And did you guys know that there's about a total of 262 million rands that has been lost due to like digital fraud? And if you look at that, it was like a whole 75% increase from the previous year, which was 2017. So you ask yourself that, why is it that it's increasing so much? And it's because all of us are using social media. We're becoming a bit more open and personal, even on social media, with our details and the internet. Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Nokulunga, your host, as you know, and this is episode 6 of the financial series. We have one more to go, and then we will conclude this series. I hope you've enjoyed it from 1 until 5. So we've spoken about how to earn money, how to invest money, and how to also pay the money back when you borrow it. And then today we're talking about how to keep your money safe, and also just generally how to be safe on the internet, because we know that once people get a hold of your pins, your passwords, it's over. Now, earning money is hard work. We know this. It takes time, it takes effort, both physically and mentally. So it's just as important to protect it. And that's part of why we're doing episode 6 as keeping your money safe, right? Now, keeping your money safe can be done by the form of keeping it in a bank. It can be done under your mattress. You tuck your money in the mattress. It can be put here at dairy. Put your money here. Have you seen those mamas? I've done that too. So because we do all these things, it's because we know the importance of keeping our money safe. Now, some of these methods, mattress, the bank, dairy, some are safer than others, right? And if we look at research, we've gotten to a point now where we study how much money actually gets stolen from people because of unsafe practices, right? Now, on the mattress, it can burn, it can be stolen. At dairy, if they want it, they will put their hand in and they'll take it out, right? And did you guys know that there's about a total of 262 million rands that has been lost due to like digital fraud? And that's like, this report came in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. And if you look at that, it was like a whole 75% increase from the previous year, which was 2017. So you ask yourself that, why is it that it's increasing so much? And it's because all of us are using social media. We're becoming a bit more open and personal, even on social media, with our details and the internet. And if you look at how ridiculously high these amounts are, 262 million rands. How many people have been scammed of their hard-earned money? Right? Now, it's the bank's duty. If you do leave your money in the bank, it's their duty to protect your money, right? But there are always things that we can do ourselves that can compromise us or keep us safe while transacting digitally. I know people who are just like, I don't do online payments. But here's the thing, as life progresses, the fourth industrial revolution, we do need to use technology, right? For instance, saving your personal details on on a computer that is public, for instance, an internet cafe, on a shared phone, and also not changing your passwords every 3 months can definitely compromise you, right? Now, our personal information is often linked to our money. And these are things like our home addresses, this is our passport numbers, our ID numbers, these are things like our credit card numbers, and that number at the back, the CVV number, all those things can compromise us. And most importantly is things like bank account details. Even in CVs, guys, personally, as an HR specialist, I recommend that you use your date of birth instead of putting your ID number on your CV. And let me tell you why. When they process your application, they will request for your ID copy anyway. There is no need for you to volunteer your personal information just like that. People are being married off. People are just really getting in trouble because they put their ID numbers out there. So what happens if someone finds this information, right? 1, they can steal your identity and marry you off to someone. There's a lot of home affairs fraud. 2, they can open an account with your name, darling. Imagine like you're still in school or varsity, and by the time you finish, you have debts that you didn't know you had. You maybe bought a car somewhere. You may be married to someone somewhere, or even maybe you have clothing accounts that you never took. And also, the third thing they can do is they can withdraw your money if they get a hold of your banking details or your bank card details. 4, they can shop online with your stuff, have it delivered to an unknown location, and you lose. You can't even trace them, right? 5, they can even get a job under your name. Did you know that? So it's important to keep your passwords safe. So you should try and use a combination of letters, of characters, of numbers. And the stronger your password is on the internet, the better for your online shopping. So just, if I can give you some tips, I'd say try and not save your password online if you can. I know it's tedious to keep typing it in, but try and don't do that, especially if it's a public computer or a public device, right? Beware of those pop-up scams. You know, sometimes you download music and there's this pop-up of, say, Latin girls, and you like, yay, and you accidentally click on it. Those are also scams that steal your airtime, that steal your information, that steal your location, and these things can compromise you, right? Now, you need to be careful of that. Also, if you can, destroy all your financial statements, all your receipts, burn them if you can, shred them, chop them up into small pieces if you can. ID copies, don't just think because the trash man is going to fetch it during the week that you can just throw your ID copy as is into your bin. Do not do that, because that compromises you. Someone gets a hold of that ID, done, sorted, your stuff is gone. If you can, at the ATMs, cover your pins and don't let anyone help you. Don't let strangers help you. And one thing that works for me personally is I mentally plan. If I need to go to an ATM or a bank, I plan, okay, I'm going to go there. This is what I'm going to do at the machine. This is the route I'm going to take. That's what I'm going to do. I'm clear. By the time I get to the ATM, I know exactly what I'm doing, and I do this. I cover and I look back, check, it's safe, and then I continue doing what I need to do. And then when it comes to websites, right? It's important to use websites that have that padlock sign on the top left corner, right? That tells you that that website is secure and safe, meaning whatever you transact on that website is safe. It's not very easy for people to hack that particular page, right? And then another thing that we don't do is we don't close our emails when we're done. I've used maybe university laptops or internet cafe laptops where I get there and someone's Gmail is still open. Now, there could be so many important things in that Gmail. So log out, delete the traces that you were there, and make sure that your personal emails are closed at all times, because they can hack you through emails. If they go into your email, they find out your pay slips, they find out your personal information, etc., they can definitely use that against you. Another thing that I've been noticing a lot is I've been getting these SMSs that will have a hyperlink and they say click here for great deals or whatever, and maybe you don't know and you're like, what is this? And you click on it. What you then find is it links your information, it shares your location, it shares your personal data, shares your cell phone number, and then it can even steal your airtime. And that compromises your safety on your own phone without you even knowing it, guys. It's crazy. Trust me, try and exercise some caution. Now, for instance, did you guys know that, common passwords like, say, 1234, common passwords like ABCD, EFG, and so forth are easy to remember for you, right? However, they are also easy for others to hack and to steal, right? So when you think of your password and also your date of birth, if someone knows your date of birth and that's your password, you're done. So you need to try and find something a bit more complex, as I said, something with, letters, something with characters, even if it's a hashtag or a star or an @ whatever you can to keep safe. Just try and use it and keep that money safe. You've worked hard for that money, so, let's keep it safe. All right. So we've gotten to my favorite part of these videos. And that is quiz time. Now, I've got 5 questions, right, to ask you, and I'm hoping that based on the information we've shared, you'll be able to answer these. It's just simply, is it true? Is it false? Is it false? Is it true? You tell me, but I'll give you the answer anyway. All right, and question 1 says, it's wise not to share photos of your passport on social media. Okay, I have a passport. I take a photo of it. I share it on social media. Is it wise for me to do that? True or false? Wise not to share the information. So it is true, right? It's wise. You do not want to share that information because it's like you giving a scammer your ID and saying, here you go, do what you want to do with it. So that is true. Question number 2 says you should delete any spam emails that ask for personal information. The answer to that is true. You should delete it immediately, block it, any suspicious email, do not click on the links, delete, block, that's it. Any unsolicited emails, any unwanted, unwelcomed emails, delete, do not engage, right? Number 3 says it's safe to give out your bank information to anyone online. I find this funny because honestly, why are you doing that? Unless you're giving them your bank account for them to put money in, but things like your card number, even when the banks, sometimes you think you're being called by a bank. That time it's not a bank, it's the scammers. They ask you for your card number, they ask you for the number at the back, the 3 digits at the back, which is your CVV number. And next thing, whew, your money is gone. It's not wise to give out that kind of information. Do not give that information out. That answer is false. It's not safe to just give out your banking information online. All right. Question number 4. Complex passwords including uppercase, lowercase letters, numbers, symbols. Is that true or is that false? And the answer to that is true. Remember earlier on we spoke about how you need to have a combination in your password of letters, of numbers, of uppercase, lowercase, so that it's more difficult for scammers to hack you. And then let's look at question number 5, which is the last one. It says a bank is one of the most secure places to keep your money. Is that true or is that false? I think it's true. Banks are statistically one of the safest places to keep your money. It's better than keeping it at dairy. It's better than keeping it under your mattress. It's better than keeping it in your pocket. It's better than keeping it in your kitchen drawer. It's just safer with the bank, guys. So yeah, those are some things that you could totally think about. So the answer to that is definitely true. Although there are scams that happen even with the banks, but the bank can take accountability if there is no negative compromise on your side, where you have not compromised your information for people to hack you and steal your money. If it's the bank will definitely at some point repay you your money. So that's all we have time for today. I hope you've enjoyed episode 6 and stay tuned for episode 7, which is the last one. Now I'm excited about episode 7 because it's about giving back, right? And giving back to causes you care about. And this doesn't mean you're giving money, honeys. There's many ways to give. But stay tuned for episode 7 and then we'll take it from there. Thank you so much. My name is Nokulunga, your host, as you know. And remember, guys, I'm not a financial wellness person. I'm not registered with the financial services provider. I'm not a financial planner. My aim is to share financial literacy with you based on my experiences, based on my knowledge, and my passion for youth. So if this works for you, please share it with other people, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.